Hey everyone, KitaSean here, so welcome back to another episode of Kita News where we talk about everything otaku. So in this episode, we're going to be focusing on Tsukihime Remake. So I'm sure you guys have heard already about the Fate Stay Night creator Natsuki doing an interview with 4Gamer back in September. In that interview, he talked about why a PC release for Tsukihime Remake was not released. This was Natsuki response. If we were to release a Steam version of the game, then I would like for it to have a multilingual support. However, in the game's case, it isn't that easy. The visual presentation needs to be adjusted to match the localized text, and we don't have the spare resources for it. But if we were to release it on Steam, I would at least like it to have English and Chinese translations. It was also mentioned that translating the game itself is a high hurdle, and it's one of the many reasons why Type Moon games don't make it overseas. This makes sense. Translating a project with so much lore and text is not an easy thing to do. I mean, for example, the Kiseki series is one of the many games out there that takes forever to come to the West because of the long story and text and lore that it has. Plus, you have to think about what happens behind the scenes, such as licensing and so on. Of course, I'm no expert when it comes to the whole translating and licensing thing, but basically there are a lot of things going on that we don't know. Earlier in the interview, Nasu said that the second part of Tsukihime is currently in its beginning stage. It will take a while before we get a full-scale production. The reason is that Fate Grand Order is currently in a good spot, so it's hard to focus on multiple projects. So it's probably best to think as if you were waiting for the next Olympics. He also mentioned that 4 routes do exist, including that girl. And of course, that girl is referencing Satsuki. Originally, Satsuki was supposed to have her own route in the original visual novel game, but didn't get one, so in the remake, she is for sure getting one, and I'm sure everyone is very excited about this because she is a very popular character. Tsukihime II was also mentioned in the interview. Nasu said that if he were to create a Tsukihime II, he probably would not make it into a visual novel, but wants to make it into an open world RPG. He said it's still a dream, but they do have Studio BB. So for those who don't know, Tsukihime II was a rumor back in the day, or more like there were hints of it happening, but it was scrapped for some reason. With Tsukihime Remake now out and 4 more routes on the way, I do think Tsukihime II is a possibility. There are a lot of characters we know to exist but not have been introduced yet in the Tsukihime world. So again, maybe this open world RPG idea by Studio BB might be a thing. Again, Studio BB is a game company created by Type Moon that will be creating Type Moon video games, so who knows, we might actually get it. For those wondering who I was referring to the characters that exist but not introduced yet, I'm referring to the 27 Dead Apostles. We know a lot of their names, but we barely know who they are. There is still a mystery behind those characters. I do remember that there were talks that Nasu plans to connect the world of Tsukihime with FGO in some way, maybe putting Saber in Melty Blood type Lumina, and Shion in FGO, and teasing the true ancestors with Hinako was just a small teaser to that possibility. So I mean, there is a rumor going on right now that once FGO Lost Belt ends, we might actually get a brand new story with a brand new protagonist, so maybe that will lead towards that. We just have to wait and see. But right now, Lost Belt is getting really good, and I can't wait to see what happens with that. But also, ORT has been hinted in FGO Lost Belt, and he is part of the Dead Apostles, so again, we might be getting a story of the 27 Dead Apostles in FGO maybe in the future, so that's something to really look forward to. But yeah, that's basically about it. What do you guys think about Nasu's reasoning for Tsukihime Remake not getting a PC version and not getting a translation version? Like, again, I understand that translating is really hard, but at the same time, like, I mean, it's possible. FGO is happening, all the Kiseki series are getting translated. Yeah, it takes time, but I mean, I think it is possible for any of these Type Moon games to come to the West as long as they have really good translations. But hey, that's their choice, so can't really do anything about that. But yeah, that's going to be about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Laters.